My name is Frederick Haney. I'm with Lake Charles Powerlifting. I am the head coach.
My name is Matt Blackman. I'm 29 years old and I'm from Revolution Fitness located in Hattiesburg, Mississippi.
My name is Paul Baxter. I'm out of Endurance Fitness in a small town, Destrehan, Louisiana.
I'm Sarah Frankovich Haney. This is George, and I'm out of Lake Charles Powerlifting.
My name is Victoria Land. I'm out of Lake Charles, Louisiana, and I lift with Lake Charles Powerlifting.
My name is Erin Schaefer, and I lift with Lake Charles Powerlifting in Lake Charles, Louisiana.
I have been powerlifting for 16 years.
Started powerlifting in about 2020, so right at about 5 years now.
I started competing in late 2021.
I've been powerlifting for 14 years, since 2011, and it's been a really fun ride.
So I've been powerlifting since December of 2021. I can't do the math, but that's how long it's been.
As of this spring, I've been powerlifting for 9 years.
Actually, I was doing the hammer throw post-collegiately, and during the off-season, one of my coaches from college told me I should go to a powerlifting meet because I like to lift so much. So that's kind of what got me into it.
I've always been interested in strength from watching strongman and everything. And so I started going to my old gym in Brandon, and my buddy named Chance Carter, he saw me lifting. I was deadlifting about 500, and he asked me, "Hey, do you ever do powerlifting?" I didn't know what it was, and so he started kind of coaching me, and I got into it from there.
I've always been a fan of strength athletes, and I've been watching people compete for years. And I had my friend in the gym saw me lifting, and he said, "You should try and compete." And I started, and I fell in love with it.
Frederick Haney, my husband, wrote me a letter and convinced me that I needed to try it.
Old school with a letter.
Yeah.
Myself, I was having a hard time walking 100 yards without being winded, and I decided that I needed to make a change. So I came to powerlifting for weight loss and then met a wonderful community.
I actually had a sorority sister that was on the team in Lake Charles. My boyfriend at the time found it, told me I couldn't do it. So out of spite, I joined the team, and I've stayed with it since and loved it.
My goal for this meet is to place a good total in the 220 class. There are no records for the Masters division for 220, so I'm coming to put something on the board and hopefully get a decent squat and a decent deadlift.
Number one, to have fun, and to also show that I can still compete. Kind of getting over some injuries and everything. It's my first time competing in a year, so just want to have a good time with good friends.
I didn't know how awesome.
Basically, hit PRs on any lifts, really.
Just to dip my toes back in the water. I'm 7 months postpartum, so it's really just to get back on the platform.
I've actually already hit my goal for this meet. This will be the third weight class that I've competed in since I've started with powerlifting. I was in 220 initially, then I was in 198 for a couple years, and my number one goal for this meet was to compete in the 181. I hit 181 this morning. Actually, I think I was like 178, so I've already hit that goal. A secondary goal would be to deadlift at least 360.
This particular meet is a fun meet, so my goal is just to have some fun openers and put my 331 state record squat at a different weight class and pull another 400 plus deadlift.
I'd like to set the all-time Masters 198 record in the squat. I had a shot at it in March this year and just missed it, so I'm hoping to get a shot at it at the Masters Cup next year.
Want to reach at least a 16 to 1650 total. I want to do that. I want to win first in some more meets. Just kind of add more accomplishments to my belt than what's already there.
Just to become a better lifter, create a better craft, and just become better at everything in general.
I would really love to squat 350 plus. I would love to bench 200, and I'd love to deadlift. First I want to deadlift 4, but then I want to deadlift closer to 450. So
Overall, I would love to get a 400 dots.
I recently blew through my goal of getting a 450 dots and got a 470. So my goal is to one day hit a 500 dots in the distant future.
Either breakfast food or sushi, oddly enough.
Oh man, it's a bunch of them. I would have to say anything barbecue though. Any barbecue spot. I find some good barbecue, get some ribs, some sausage, some steaks. I get all that type of stuff.
What's your favorite barbecue place back in Hattiesburg?
I really like Murky Waters, and I also like, it's a place called Rose's Barbecue, right outside of Hattiesburg. Phenomenal. Great stuff.
Man, I really love a burger. I everywhere I go, I get a burger.
Definitely breakfast food. Yeah.
Breakfast food? I love Eggs Benedict.
Post-weigh meal has always got to have pancakes involved.
Get Some by Chevelle.
Ooh, hype song will have to be Here I Go by Mystical. And a second one will be Hold Me Back by Rick Ross.
I'd have to say Meek Mill, I'm a Boss. That's one of the OGs, really, man. It really hypes me up.
Right now, I would say Heavy is the Crown by Linkin Park.
Thunderstruck by AC/DC. I hear that initial like chord progression and I lose my mind. So yeah.
Favorite hype song is Most Anything by Hollywood Undead, but Levitate by Hollywood Undead is